Hi everyone, Keyboard Warrior here, and welcome back to another keyboard review. Today we'll be looking at the Zoya's GMK67, and the version I have over here is the RGB purple in color one, and they have many different colors, but I wanted a purple keyboard for once. So the main question is this keyboard still good in 2024? So this keyboard came out in around 2023, and it was one of the most highly rated plastic budget keyboards, which I got it for about 48 US dollars. Alright, so let's focus on the unboxing. So putting the keyboard away one side, we see that there is an English and Chinese instruction manual. And digging deeper into the box, we see that there is a white braided USB-C cable along with a standard keycap and switch puller. Alright, now looking at the keyboard itself, we have a plastic sheet covering it, and taking it off, ooh, it looks pretty nice, a very nice and shiny plastic purple lavender looking like keyboard. The back design is very simple, just a simple logo with kick-up feet, and at the top here we can see that it is tri-mode connection with a Mac compatibility switch. And here is what the 2.4 GHz dongle looks like. So this keyboard comes with their own stabilizers, and as you can see, it comes with a polycarbonate plate with gasket mount. So this keyboard also has silicone feet at the back, along with kick-up feet to give you 3 different height mode adjustments. And lastly, the most important feature for me will be this volume knob over here. So this volume knob uses a D-ring knob that protrudes out. So if you're looking to replace the knob, you have to choose those with similar protruding shape, such as this black one, which is from my Sea-Doo ABM066 that fits perfectly here. Alright, so let's look at the teardown of this keyboard. Major thanks to Keep Tunes for showing a very quick and easy demonstration on how to open up this keyboard with just your hands. So to recap on their video, after removing the volume knob, count 4 switches from the left and right side of the keyboard and use your thumb to press up against the casing till the latches come off. Now once both latches are off, use your other fingers to pry upwards the top case like so. And it is done. So easy and effortless. So the top case is very simple. At the back over here, it has the pour-on foam for the gasket mount. Now lifting up the PCB, we see that there is a pour-on foam in between and that there are 3 cables connected to the PCB. One of them is for the volume knob, the other is for the battery, and the last one is for the daughter board. So from the bottom case, we can see that there is a 3000 mAh battery. It is approximated to last around 15 to 20 hours per charging cycle, and that there is more foam at the sides for the gasket mount placing. Alright, so let's take a look at the rest of the stuff. So there's just a pour-on foam between the PCB and the case, and honestly that's pretty much good enough already. And all that is left is the positioning plate with the PCB. This PCB has 4 screws attached to the plate, and after screwing it off, we can first remove this flexible polycarbonate plate. And mentioned previously, I love polycarbonate plates a lot due to the softer sound profile. Now moving on, we see a nicely cut pour-on foam and a switch pad. Now looking at the PCB, we see that it is a south-facing RGB PCB, hot swappable with 3-pin or 5-pin switches with screw holes at the stabilizers for you to use screw-in stabilizers if you want to instead. And that summarizes the teardown of this keyboard, so now we can reassemble it as such. Just a friendly reminder that before attaching the top case, do plug in to check that the RGB is able to switch on so that you know that the daughter board and cables are all connected well. So for this keyboard build, I found a perfect budget linear switch. This is the Leobog Graywood V4. I got 100 switches for 18 US dollar from What Geek. Just quote KBBW10 for an extra 10% off. These switches were perfectly smooth despite looking like it wasn't lubed. Here are the specifications of it. And here is what it sounds like. Now one of the coolest thing about these new types of switches is how it has this LED diffuser. And you'll see what it does after I add on these switches. And they just look so damn good. This keyboard doesn't blind me anymore with its lights when I don't have the keycaps on. Alright, to finish off this masterpiece, I'm going to make it into an anime themed keyboard. I'm using this Shinobu from Demon Slayer keycaps that I bought from Malaysia. They are a nice conventional cherry profile keycaps with nice legends and design printed. Oh, but to truly add the final cherry on top, I got this Shinobu Artisan keycap as well. Yes, it is ridiculously big, but I can't say it is finished without it. So before we move on to the typing test, I should first review the stabilizers. So they gave plate mounted stabilizers, which I initially thought couldn't be removed without tearing the keyboard apart because of the foam in between the slot and the wire. So don't be a fool like me to remove the top case only to realize that I could push the wire through the foam and get it out. But anyway, looking at the stabilizers, it was actually very rarely. The stabilizers were definitely under-looped. Fortunately, the bottom housing doesn't need to be clipped, and all that is needed is just to add a lot of dielectric grease, which is what I did. And so, this is the before and after sound test. And that's pretty much it for my review. Sadly, this keyboard is not VIA compatible, but they do have their own Zoya software. The software allows you to customize your macros and RGBs, but I don't think we'll be able to modify the volume knob. Now, overall, I still do highly recommend this GMK67 in 2024 because of how affordable and great it feels and sounds. Now, if you're someone who doesn't need a volume knob, they do have the newer series of GMK67S, which replace the knob with a screen, and that one is VIA compatible. Nowadays, the keyboard scene is getting more competitive with great stock keyboards, which may soon outrank this board. So let me know what you guys think the future of the scene will be like. So if you enjoyed this keyboard review, do remember to leave a like and subscribe. You could also follow me on Insta or TikTok for more shots from there. And with that, I'll leave you with the typing sound test.